It's week 10 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Javonte Williams. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Packers and the Vikings, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they too were... The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And good coverage there on Sped. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. When you look at this Packers defense, they were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Allen. Allen, nifty footwork. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. He didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. See what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, They've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Returnable now for Allen. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Now Purdy. That's taken in. Dontavian Wicks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Here's 3rd and 3. Purdy now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Purdy off the play fake. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Lucas Van Ness. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. But they watch the film as well, so they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Williams will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Here's Reed returning. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Love. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Love now. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the...
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing here, Purdy. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here comes Reed. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing. Love. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now 3rd down and very long. To throw now. Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Love. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Love. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Love. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into the hands of London. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he fires one incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. There's Hutchinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Taking it about the 1. Shutting defenders at the 15. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Back to throw, Purdy. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Finding Williams on the check down. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Just a gain of a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Now Purdy. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And out now come the Vikings. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
Yeah, big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. On 2nd down, Love once more. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pick up there.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Love, he's got this complete to Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. To the air again, Love. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On the return is Reed. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. The Saints trying to hold on and claim victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. Sam Howell, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. It was an excellent first half from quarterback Jordan Love. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Ball start, offense.
And they get the guard, John Runyon. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. A second down throw for Purdy. Over the middle, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Williams going to get it again on second down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Up the middle they go. Faulkner. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. On first down, Purdy. Touchdown, Packers! Mike Williams halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there. both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Love looking to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Love. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Brock Purdy and the offense back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. 2nd and 5. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jalen Phillips racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Love's throw taken in by London. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Love. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And some room to maneuver. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
First down, going to the air with Love. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Love. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Touchdown, Vikings! Kyle Pitts from 6 yards away. And the Vikings have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Love now. Open man is Waddle, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. To throw now. Here's Love. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, Love. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice, long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Following the interception, Love into the hands of London. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Hockenson going to go in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Down right around the 25. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go. Running right, Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They force the 3rd and goal, force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple, but that was really well done.
So the Packers down by 2 touchdowns, a little over a minute to go. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores. Purdy to throw. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. To throw is Purdy. And his throw here is incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Purdy to throw.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And that's caught by Williams. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Purdy, big 4th down play. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.